Do you feel like this season is make or break?
Yeah, for me, I think so.
Yeah, I think going off the back of last year, it's a shame we were in such a great position to go up.
I think financially, yes.
I'm here inside Allwings Lane, home of Chertsey Town, the Step 3 side who are previous winners of the FA Vase trophy. Today, I'm not here for them. I'm here to watch Dial Square versus Tooting and Mitcham, so I can see how far their football journey has come. Starting off in Step 10, now in Step 7, I want to see how their journey progresses from here.
In 2020, the year the club was founded, the club showed extreme ambition from the get-go.
To get to Step 6 in 5 seasons. This will be the 5th season.
The owner Tony Hurley joined the club in 2021 as a co-owner with Stuart Morgan. He now has sole ownership of the club. Since his reign as owner, the club now has 108 stakeholders. From what started as a park team when he took over has now very much progressed into not just a local phenomenon, but one that travels throughout the world. Dial Square delivers shirts internationally. They have previously shipped to the Netherlands, Canada, America, and all of the countries in Scandinavia. Luckily enough, I got the chance to speak to someone who travelled all the way from his home in Copenhagen just to catch today's fixture, to find out how he gained an interest in the club.
I was going to down where the Arsenal was founded, and I found out when I read something about the area in Woolwich that there was this place called the Dial Square, and Arsenal were founded there, looking over the Dial Square. And then when I Googled Dial Square, this club came up. And I thought that was interesting.
Yeah.
And I read the background in the club and I said, I got to see them at that point.
Because of Arsenal's rich history in English football, it was easy to see how fans could stumble upon this club. But what made me curious was how Dial Square retained such a strong fan base despite being at such a low level.
I think just being involved, and it's more like a family unit rather than when you go to Arsenal you're just one of many thousands, but here it's more of a family unit. Everybody seems to know each other, and the players are sort of like friendly and come in and talk to you afterwards, and it's a completely different atmosphere, different experience.
There was a lot of talk about community and the bonds built between the fans to the higher-ups and the players. Andy Fitzsimmons, the head of media and communications, spoke on behalf of the club to answer why they believe this connection is so important.
You want people to be part of it. It's a community, as you say, and a football club like this doesn't survive without having volunteers, and that can be anything between, the chairman both manning the boardroom and also doing the gates. It can also mean someone like myself doing the photography and then doing something administratively. You tend to find most people have a number of jobs. And I think really without that sort of desire to want to get things done, that desire to want to progress, then obviously you don't have a football club. And I think critically, the most successful football clubs really at this sort of level, non-league level, are clubs that are absolutely engaged with the fans, and they have a number of volunteers helping out. And it's imperative that you have to treat your fans and your volunteers right.
With this environment at the club, it's easy to see how the prospect is attractive to players, as well as the fact that they are very well financially backed for this level. One of the players, James Vass, has previously played at Step 3 and is now enjoying his 3rd full season at Dial Square. I asked him what attracted him to a club which is seemingly below his level.
Mainly is the ambition. So coming down here, obviously the facilities you've got straight away. You can see we've got a nice pitch, good training facility as well. And it's just the main part of the attraction coming down here. Also as well, I know the Brownie manager.
A lot of the current squad took a leap of faith following manager Steve Brown as he believed in the project. I was curious as to how far he thought he could progress the club from where it currently is.
Look, realistically, I think we could definitely go up a few levels. It's not easy. we'll see where the world takes us. But obviously Mark's done it at Dorking, so someone's done it. Why can't we? Do you know what I mean? I'm not saying we will do, and they're an anomaly. Great story, but there's no reason why we couldn't. So.
Despite all the positivity around the club, a good and stable manager doing well with a good squad, something dark looms over the club, and that's unsustainability. Despite being at step 7, Dial Square spend 50 grand alone hiring the ground share per season. The original idea for the club was to move back to North London where it was founded, before they found a home in Chertsey. The risk Dial Square now face is investors backing out of the club if they stay at this level for a 3rd consecutive season, as it won't be seen as financially viable.
But if it does continue without promotion, it won't be the same animal. It won't be the same animal. For the sake of Dial Square continuing as a project, this season is paramount. This season they need to get promoted so they can start changing at the gate. Step 6 is seen as the bottom of the National League pyramid. That will pull in perhaps more sponsors, more advertising, give a wider audience, and this is where a club can really take off. If it has to spend another season in step 7, the club may survive, but the project's gone.
Promotion has always been seen as a given from Dial, due to the money they possess. Another season in Step 7 would change this drastically for them. The move would go from attractive for players to undesirable and uninspiring. As of recording, Dial Square currently sits 2nd in their league table, 5 points adrift from the league leaders. As promising of a start as they have had, this is a position they've been in before. Dial have already begun preparation if they are successful with this promotion push. These plans will be immediately halted, however, if they do not achieve promotion this season. This truly is make or break for Dial Square.